Good afternoon, everyone. I've had a nice peaceful morning. Well, I slept in. I told myself I was going to sleep till I woke up, but then I also stayed up till I think 3:30 or 4 this morning. A couple of things. First, many have probably already seen many of these and on the Temu. I am trying to find ways to support my channel. So I went with I haven't done many sponsorships. This is my first one, actually. This has got a mixture of crafting and personal stuff. I sort of opened it because it's really hard to open. It would take me forever, but I haven't looked at everything. I just tore that. Trust me, it took a lot. So let me see. I can't even remember everything. I'm just going to dump it all out. Throw the bag over, and I put my code down below, and if you haven't registered or bought from them, they're really good. Mine came late, but they continue to update at me with the lateness, and the first time it was a little late getting processed. They had a lot of orders, so they gave me a $5 credit. Then it missed, I guess, one of the flights and had to wait for another flight. So then it began again to be late, and they gave me another $5 credit. So I love that it still arrived in really good time. I think it was just a little over 2 weeks, maybe closer to 3. But my sister ordered at the same time as me, and she had it 2 days before me, and she had it earlier. So like any business, if you're ordering and it's busy, then it's busy. So let's see. This is just a soap dish. I have a special soap for my face, and it's always sitting on the counter in the package, and that's not good with the bacteria. And I think that paid $1.98 for that. And it's cute, so I loved it. They have lots of little cute things. I bought 2 lipsticks. I'm going to be honest, I don't really need to buy lipstick, but look how cute that package is. I bought it just for that, and I love the color. I love bright colors. I wear a lot of, I don't have any, I keep 1 or 2 subdued, but most of mine are pink, hot pinks and deep reds. And then I got this lipstick. I'm only going to show you guys. You might be interested. And this one. And they're so, they go on so nicely. Like just doing that, and just looking at it, it looks nice. So it's a couple of different shades take on reds. The one I'm trying to order a second one because my friend Gab loves this one. And so I'm trying to get another one of those, but it keeps selling out before I get to the money for it. So I got those 2 lipsticks. I don't know where to put them right now. I should have kept the bag. I'll just put them behind me on my desk. Hey, girls! My girls lately, they've been fighting a lot. Badly. Boo boo. Pika. Shh. I don't even know where they are. We have an empty house today. It's just me and the whole house for the weekend. I love the family, and I love Jacob. But you know, sometimes it's nice to have a bit of time to yourself. Then I got this for traveling. I haven't traveled in a while, well, COVID, and then this year we just decided to wait because we're planning a really big trip. Me and my mom and my sister have always wanted to go to Jamaica, but Jamaica is expensive, so we didn't travel this year so that we could save up and go next year and do a really nice Jamaica trip. We want to do that with my mother, especially as she gets older. We want that one really good special. We're going to go all out. So this is just a little pill bottle I bought so that I could put my pills in it, and it's small and compact instead of taking a big one. So that was kind of cute. Then I just caught, just a black eyeliner. I'm trying to find a black eyeliner. And I got this for my friend and one for me. They're just small. But sometimes I use this even when I go home. I have makeup bags cute makeup bags I bought that I use to put my stamps and that in to carry things home. But it's a cute little one, especially if I'm going away for a weekend and I'm not taking a lot. It'll even fit nicely. I don't carry big purses, but some women who do, it fits nicely in a purse. It's got a plastic lining, so the nice thing about that is you can wash it. Take a damp cloth to the inside. So I love that about it. So, and I just, because they were 98 cents. So, then I bought a rose stencil, because out of all my stencils, I don't have, where's that opening? Oh boy. I broke my only pair of reading glasses. I have to go think another pair. They're just, okay. Hey, girls, enough. There we go. That's how I do it. And so I just got this, and it's actually really, it's more sturdy than the expensive ones I buy. Like even this. A lot of mine bend and tear. So that's a really good, and I've got 2 more of these on my list to buy because I wanted to get one and see what the quality was like. But it's really nice for 98 cents. No, $1.19. Sorry, $1.19. And I've got 2 more already waiting for me. I kind of did a little bit of some different things to see what the quality was like before I order a lot of stuff. Peek, I'm going to throw something. Oops, I missed the table. I'll pick it up after. And then these I didn't open at all. And I wanted to see these. I bought 2 of them in 2 different ones. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, these are going to be so nice to collage with. Oh, look at that. Beautiful colors. Oh, that's so nice. Good range of colors. I love it. That's going to be great for collaging with, putting on tags and in clusters. And you get quite a bit. And I forget what I paid for these. I want to say they were $2 and change, if I'm correct. They weren't over $3. I think they were roughly about $2.40, I think is what they were. Or maybe less, because I bought 2 of them. So they might have been a really good deal. And so then I bought this one as well. It's more flowers. This is butterflies and this is flowers. And I think there was 2 other styles. And I debated them. I will use these a lot. A lot. In fact, I might take them out of the booklet and put them in one of my envelopes. And then I ordered these, and I'm not a sticker person, guys. I will be honest with you. I'm trying to buy stickers for those that don't have digitals. These are a little bigger than what I would like. This one is nice. I do like that one. But I don't really use this type much. But some of them are very nice. The jar with the sunflower. Oh, this would have been perfect even. But I would probably fussy cut more of the white off personally. This one I wouldn't worry about. That's pretty too. So some of them are really nice. It's just these ones that I'm kind of not a big fan of. I like more of a cluster style. This isn't bad either. So, oh, look at that. So they're very pretty. And again, I think I paid $1, $2 for them. And like, look at the good amount of them. So I'm happy. And I can honestly say there's only 3 that I really wouldn't, maybe 4. Those really big ones I might not use as much. But you never know. On a cluster, the right cluster, they might look really good. So that's really nice. That turned out really nice. And I wished I would have, before I didn't remember all my orders. Next time I'll remember when I'm doing this to write down what each item cost. But I can also look that up too and put it below. So actually that turned out better than I thought it would. I'm really happy. I would say these are my 3 favorites so far out of the scrap, like the stuff I got for this. I mean, I love all of the stuff I got for the house. And then I got these butterflies. The reason I got them is like, I don't mind fussy cutting little ones, but sometimes when my hands are really sore, it's hard. But look at these. And I love these clear butterflies as well. So I try to get, and I got the pink ones for now. I wanted to see what they were like. So I'm going to order some more of the other colors. So those are really nice. And again, these were I think 230. But there's a lot of them in there. But I'll double check because I might be overpricing them. And I don't see on there where it says how many's in there. But you get quite a few. It doesn't actually say how many on here. So I will use those a lot. Then I bought a stamp. And I love this one. And now I can't wait to use it. So that's great. I love it. Love it. That's perfect. I don't keep it in the bag. It'll go right into my stamp basket, which I think is right. Nope, it's here. I have a book. I keep a lot of my stamps, but I don't like it. I'm going to be changing this up, but for now, these are ones I use all the time. So I keep them in the basket. And what I did, I'll just show you my storage, but I'm not liking it. I'm going to buy the envelopes. They're like this, but they have I think a magnetic, or they have a cling for it. Or I'll cut the cling up out of this. Because the problem with this is it was great, but to get to the bottom, I end up tearing the paper. So I think I'm going to cut the board and put it in this, and then put a selection of the stamps in that, and then do it that way. Because this, I end up not using these much because I can't get to the bottom. And like some I haven't even, like these ones I left them in the package like that. I don't use those much, but I still like them. And so I want to get it changed up. That's one of my big things. I'm just saving up some money to buy some more of these. I had to buy some household things. I had to be practical. My clothing wardrobe broke, so I needed to buy a new one of those. So I couldn't buy supplies. Sometimes it's rough being a grown-up. As you can see, I didn't open this beforehand because I can't even get the box. And oh, this is a little corner round thing. Mine is a Creative Memories, and I love these. And I look for them a lot of times on when people are selling off. And I had another one, but I don't know where I put it. And this was 98 cents. I don't know why every time I get on camera, one of my kitties decides it needs to go for poo-poo. Oh, so this might not be as practical as I thought. Oh, this might not be as good as I thought it was going to be. It's a very, very small one. So I wouldn't advise this one. I mean, it does somewhat, but I can't get in and do a deep punch with it because they put this here. If it was more flat, I might be able to. I mean, it does a little. If you ladies don't mind, I'm just going to stand up for a second and turn on my Scentsy lamp. Give me one. Oh, actually, what I'll do is, I'm no good at pausing it. I can never get it back on. Give me 1 second. Boo-boo, you're going to get stepped on. You're not getting food. I'll turn on my Scentsy lamps. One of my kitties should feel better now. Oof. That's it. Okay. So that's my Temu. I think I'm saying it right. Temu, I don't know. Haul. And I say, only thing I'm a little disappointed is in this. I haven't stamped yet, so I'll see how those work in a little bit. But it's not bad, but it's not, of course, Creative Memories. It's not Creative Memories quality. But, I mean, I paid for 98 cents for that, and I don't even know what I pay for those anymore, or some of mine are from years and years ago. So if I were to go buy it now, I don't know. I think they're around probably $25. So this I'm really, really happy about. Really, really excited about. So I'm just going to put these stuff behind me on my desk, other desk. Same with my stamps and my pill bottle. So, and I have a bigger order. This order, I have another order going in this week. I'm ordering some clothes to test out clothes. Because here in Canada, we only have two now for clothing. We do have Torrid, but I find Torrid too expensive. I try, if something I love, I'll keep it in my basket or in my wish list. And if it gets down to a good price and it's in my size, then it was meant to be. And then if not, oh well. But we have Pennington's, and again, Pennington's is, a t-shirt from me at Pennington's here in Canada is about $50. They range between $30 and $50. If I want a blouse, it can be $50 to $100. Same with pants. Pants run around $100. So I'm always looking for a way to get clothes a little bit less money. I was doing Shein, but Shein's prices really went up. I wasn't liking the fit of their tops. So now I'm going to test out and see what the reviews on some of the clothing have been, if they're honest reviews, have been good. So for now I'm going to order 2 tops and a pair of pants so I can see what my size range is and see how the quality is. Plus I've ordered some ribbon. I'm ordering some ribbon, a couple more stencils. Oh, all kinds of different things I'm going to order. If you have not, I will put the link for it. And of course, I'll put my discount link. So remember yesterday I did a video. This is kind of part 2. Let me get to what we're supposed to be doing. And in part 1, we did, this is all part of this. I've gathered all the scraps from my recent projects, the different papers, different card stocks that are laying around, cleaning out one of my drawers that I just keep tossing papers in, and like leftover, this is a leftover file folder, a little piece of pink scrap paper. This is leftover from my sister's wedding that I didn't like how I wrote it and I wanted to do it differently. Then I tested a stamp on it. So it's easy to cover that. So I put that to the side because those are things I'm going to try to repurpose. So I got 3 tags yesterday. 3 tags. And this was a piece of envelope I must have used the one part of it for. And then I collaged on it and made a little pocket that's perfect for going in a journal. Then I didn't do it online last night. Everybody left the house and I had a nice hot bubble bath. I made myself I made a nice dinner for myself. Then I went and had a nice bubble bath, and I had to get a master board done for a swap in a group I belong to, Junk Journal Journey. I run a group called Junk Journal Craft and Chat, and I have a lot of friends in this journey one, and I love it. I love it. I love mine too. Don't get me wrong. I love mine too. But they're my 2, I have 3 favorites, that one and Junk Journal for Peace. They're my 3 favorite and what I do the most in. And so I had to do a master board, and we had to create a master board, and this is half of it, and the other half is what I did. I photocopied it, but I'm not sure where I put the photocopy. Maybe this is the photocopy of it. Yeah, this is the photocopy of it. It's got the white lines for when I printed it. So you can see how it's not as bright, of course. Doesn't photocopy as well. But I would still use this. I would even use it in, but I'll tear that up, use it as scraps. I just wanted to see how it might be better to scan it. So I'll try that next. So what we're supposed to do is cut it in half. It was just the size of a photocopy paper, not a scrapbooking page. And we were supposed to fold it I cut half of it and send half for them to create something, and take the other half and create something for them. So that's their half that they'll get to use. And so far I created this tag and I've embellished it a little bit more. I created that tag and I did a little cluster on it. I have these two little ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I was thinking of smaller clusters on them, but I'm not liking how it looks. Oops, one of those stickers fell out. And this is going to be a journal card, and I still got to work on it. So that's what I did with some of those beautiful scraps I had on my desk. And yes, I do have beautiful scraps. I am a digital freak. I budget myself a little bit every month out of my budget to buy myself digital kits. One or two sometimes none. Right now this month I haven't bought any because it's Easter, so I have Easter gifts to buy. I'm drinking my tea, guys. It's already kind of lukewarm, but it tastes so good. Oh yeah, and what also I had done is I had a big board. I don't even know why I did this. So I'm leaving this because I'm figuring this could make a good collage on it on the front cover of a journal, and then this would make a good belly band. So I'll probably leave those exactly like that, so when I decide where they're going to go, I can embellish them further, or I could cut this into pockets or a corner pocket. So I'm going to leave that like that. Then I decided, oh, that's not even a bad idea to do with some of my bigger papers I sometimes print and don't end up using. These are just scraps. Oh, this is out of a book, and it's nice quality, and I'm going to do something special with that. So that's why it was sitting up there. And this is a tag I just haven't finished. So let's get, now remember I started, if you watched yesterday's video, see I showed you this bag from Shredded Wheat Cereal. And I was thinking, oh, I'll cut it in half, but I'm thinking I'm going to maybe do that and make a double pocket. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So that's what I'm thinking on this, is turn it into a double pocket. I'm just trying to decide which way I want to go with it. I think I'm going to go this way because it's less of that seam that I'll have. I'm just going to cover that anyways. And now this will be, it'll be lost in it, so I won't use that. So I want to really use this in purple. Right now I have so much purple left over. I'm putting together a nice purple ephemera pack, bundles to buy in my shop, Purple Heart Creations by Chrissy. So I'm going to be making whatever tags. Some of them will be decorated, some of them won't. And that way you can finish them up. And so I was just thinking that might fit perfectly in there. Then I was wondering if I wanted to leave a little bit of that brown showing, but I'm not sure I do. Then I'm almost thinking, do I want to tear this a little more and put something behind it? Now, I don't have to take that all the way to the bottom because you're not going to see the bottom. I'm going to move this up a little higher so I can make sure I get thing. And I'm not going to waste all of that on, I'm just going to put my finger there to know approximately where I want to tear it. And I'm just going to go a little lower than what I said my finger was. And I'm going to do that. Sorry, guys. What was I going to do? I was grabbing two of my favorite tear rulers. Oh, this one, I love this side of it. I tear a lot of paper with that. I don't use these much as I thought I would, but then I found this, and I know these are, I think this is around $20 in Creative Memories, maybe more. And I found this at the thrift shop for $2.50. I grabbed it. But I love tearing with this edge when I really want a good like tear to something, to give it some kind of a nice look. So I'm going to glue that there, but not yet. My pocket sits there, so that's perfect. And then I think I'm going to take, maybe I don't need, maybe I'll go into my basket with some little pieces. There's a piece wide enough in here, but I think they're all too small in the script. In here. Yeah, okay. Let me put my tear ruler over here. Do I want to put music? Or do I want to put a nice, I think I'm going to go with a nice script. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep. So this side doesn't really matter. I'm just going to tear like that. That can still be used. And then I don't want so much white to the top, so I'm going to take a bit of this off the top. And no, I won't waste that little piece. And I'm not going to worry about, I could trim, I think I want to go up a little bit further. So I'm going to see how far up I want to go. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down first. And this is going to be, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to probably a packet full of ephemera and sell it. What am I looking for, guys? My brain, I just totally had, my brain totally shut down. I couldn't figure out what I wanted. I wanted glue. My friends went to another city, and I begged them to go to the Salvation Army and see if they can find me any unique papers, because our thrift shop here are laces, and I'm hoping they'll find me something really cool. I'm really looking for ledger paper. I've been in either a shorthand book or anything unique. Like, I grabbed a great calligraphy book, and I debated whether I wanted to keep it to learn it or use it. And I've been using it because it's just really cool. I love it. And so I'm always on the lookout. And this one, I don't think, if I remember, I was trying to remember, the copyright is 1979 on this. So it's not vintage. It's older. I'm repurposing it, you know, so it makes, instead of, because even when I was talking with the lady in Guelph, and she said we only keep the books so long and then they get rid of them. They just throw them in the recycle bin and let them go into recycling. So, like I told you before, I usually keep a piece of paper on the side here, and I can't find, I mixed all the papers up when I was trying to decide which one to use. This is the one. And I take these little papers and I just stick them on here for my scrappy hearts or butterflies. So I'll just continue just covering that up with little pieces. Instead of throwing it in a bucket, I try to just throw it on the paper now. And that way, I really need to invest in a better chair. Because this one, my butt's just too big and I slide out of it. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm not inking much on this. I'm just doing some because, of course, when I tear, I got a little bit of white. So I'm just kind of covering that up. I'm going to glue this up. So I'm going to, even after I turn off the camera, I'm going to work on this stuff and clear some of this up off my desk. And tonight I have fussy cutting everywhere. And I really need to spend some time just fussy cutting. So I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to rent the movie Whale. One part of me, I want to see it. I love Brendan Fraser. So happy to see him back. But and I know many people like me, we suffer with depression. Sometimes movies like that can really flare my depression up. And I heard it's really sad, and to make sure you have Kleenexes when you watch it. So I'm kind of hemming and hawing if I want to watch something funny and happy tonight just to keep my spirits up. I'm feeling good today. I had a bad week for a couple days. And so I'm trying to debate if I'll just keep it light. But I really want to see the movie The Whale. Okay, so now, as you notice, I went ahead and covered it to make it easier. Now I'm just going to close. Oh, yeah, I don't have to open that. Now, if I wanted to, you could cut this open as well. Make a pocket here, make a pocket there. And that's what I'm debating right now. If I want to open that up and turn it into 3 pockets. Maybe not. I might. I'm still thinking. I kind of like that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. And that way I can turn that into a pocket as well. I kind of like that. And I'm saving this because I will use that in a cluster. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. Okay, Christina. So sometimes sometimes I would spend the time, like I spent the time and organized the papers to do this, and I left it on my desk like this because I have this desk that I do my filming on, and then I have my desk where my big computer at my table. I'm one of those old school people. I still got the big old top. I don't have a laptop. I find it easier to use the one I'm using. My roommate's a computer programmer, and he also he configures all his computers up for himself. He adds things to it. He'll buy a base and then buy the parts and build a computer. So this is one of, and he's a gamer as well as a programmer. So his computers are like good speed and things like that to handle the games. So it's a good quality computer. And so when he gets a new one, I always get his older one. Or if he gets new parts for his other one because he needs a new game he bought and he needs to increase the speed, he'll take I don't know what it is that they take from that computer that increases the speed. I don't know much about computers, and puts it in mine and updates mine. So I'm lucky that way. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to cover the front. I could go ahead and use that same paper if I wanted to, but I think it's too much. So let's see what else we could use. I do have this nice one. I'm just going to trim the white to see what I can do. That would be nice. I might do this, reverse it, but this time I'll put some music paper on and collage that other side. There's that idea. Oh, my broken glasses. Or, no, this isn't wide enough. That was wide enough. Or I have, believe it or not, this is supposed to be beige, but my printer ran out of ink, so I didn't throw it away. I kept it because I thought it's perfect for collaging with. I like that. No, I think I'm going, I know what I need to do. I just need to fold that over a little. Yeah, I folded it over too much. Sometimes I do that to get a better idea of what I want to put there. trim that. It won't be long enough. But that's an easy, but I think it's too light. I think I am going to use a piece of this. But this is where, ruler. I don't want this as much. So I'm going to tear it here. So I am going to use this. Some reason I just, sometimes my kitty cats litter because I am in a smaller area and it's in another room, but this one litter I just bought, it's very dusty. And so because she just went to the bathroom and she kicked up a storm trying to bury that, even though it still didn't smell like she buried it, the dust from it is really bad. And I find it really affects me down here sometimes. I need to buy an air filter, I think, and run it in there and to catch some of that dust. But I turned on one of my Scentsy things, and I didn't turn on the other one because I unplugged it to charge. I'm a Scentsy freak. I sell it, but I didn't sell it because I bought it. I had never bought it before I started selling it. The thing is, my sister loves Scentsy. She couldn't find anybody to buy from. She said, Christina, why don't you sell Scentsy? And I have me and a couple of friends who don't want to sell it, but we're looking for someone to provide it. And that was the first time I tried Scentsy. I was a rep before I ever bought anything from Scentsy. And now I love it. It's my favorite thing from Scentsy, and it got canceled here in Canada. They're only going to bring it out on special occasions, is their Scentsy Soak. It is better than bubble bath. I like it better than bath bombs. For me, bath bombs were just too oily. And it always left such an oil residue around my bathtub. And some of the scents were just too strong for me. I like a very subtle scent. And so when it went out, I bought a few bags. But I'm going to have to start watching Marketplace for people that are trying to sell it off. And get some more of it for myself. So what I wanted is this part. But I'm still not sure if I'm liking this purple with that. I'm not sure if I like that purple with it. Or if I want to go with a piece of music. And I don't like the music. I think I'm just going with my gut. I'm not trying to overthink this. And I'm just going to go with this. Plain and simple. That's what I'm going to do. So even with my printing mistakes, I don't throw it out. I keep it and use it for different things. There we go. And I'm going to decorate this further. I have to be careful I don't cut too close down there. Again, you can see that I'm pulling the little pieces. I'm not throwing them away. And I don't really worry about where I put it on it because it's the way you want this. It's supposed to be really small pieces. And I take it that one's going to be a small purple one. Ow. I should have put cream on my legs. I like hot shower. That's why I like the Scentsy Soak, because I like a hot bath. My legs are red. My body's red when I come out of the bathtub. But yeah, the Scentsy Soak I was saying is my favorite. And then I love burning my Scentsy. I have Scentsy warmers, and I have one I love right now. It's almost a lamp, and in the winter I've really enjoyed it because it's very bright. So on dingy, when you live in a basement, it's the biggest thing down here is sometimes in the winter it can be really on a cloudy day. Today is a beautiful sunny day. It's not super warm out, but it was warm enough that I was in a tank top and I went outside while my water was boiling, and I've been trying to exercise. So I stand on our back deck, the top half of it, and I do some exercises, jogging on the spots, leg raises, side jog, and I'm trying to increase that every day. But I do it in the sun because down here in the basement I don't get enough sunlight, and I find that weighs on the depression too. So if I go out and stand in the sun and I do those exercises, it actually helps with me in the day. Like I came down here ready to tackle things. So there we go. So we took that, and now we have 1, 2, 3 pockets. And if you really wanted to turn it into a good loaded pocket, you could put another pocket here. Sometimes what I like to do with that, these rulers I kind of put in the wrong place. Let's put them here because they're in something. Sometimes what I like to do, I don't know, you can use, I don't think I have one. I don't have the right color, but you could use a ticket. I would have to trim the wrong color, trim it, and you could make another little pocket here if you wanted to with a ticket. But a lot of times what I'll do, just pull out. This has to be finished. Once I do, I've been trying to find another mauve purple one like this. And I'm going to divide them in half and have labels and numbers and butterflies and flowers and birds. And then I'm going to put a large card and put them in thing so that it'd be easier for me to find. 1, 2, I have those labels, and I have another set of labels. I love labels. I don't use tickets as much, and I need to use them more. I think part of it is because I can hardly ever find them in here, and I have to redo. And I learned that this isn't good to put on the outside. I'm going to be putting it on the inside of the card, and I'm probably going to print and I like to put the digital. I can find this at Stacy Stories, and if sometimes I'll even list the name of them. And this is Digital All Goodies is the name of the Etsy shop. That's for me, so when I start to run low. So what I like, these especially, these ones from Digital All Goods, I love her labels. I think she's got another set I want to get. But I love them because sometimes I'll put that here. I'll get a smaller one and I'll put another little pocket on it, and it looks really cute. So you can do that as well. And it could be any, even if you didn't want to go a really big one. I think I have to cut more of these because I don't think I have a lot of purple left. But you could even, if you didn't want to do a big one, you could do a small label like this. It adds to the collage of it, as well as you can put a nice little ticket or a little, if it's a loaded pocket, you could put some cute little ephemera in it. I'm doing that because I'm going to put ephemera in it, but I'm going to go a little bigger. And I'm trying to decide if I want to cover that. I don't think this one she had any purple. I think it was mainly pinks and beige. Let's see what I have. This one is too big. I don't want to waste that much space. That one's not bad, but I think I want it light colored. I think that one works really well. I just pulled the colors I won't be using. Because I'm going to turn this into a loaded pocket. I'm going to load it full of stuff. Some tags, some ephemera, a journal card probably, to fill up the back pocket. Or I'll put some, couple pieces of vintage ephemera in. No, well, sometimes I don't have a lot of vintage, real vintage. I purchase digitals, or I go on a hunt. I went with that one. Also, I could use this one if I wanted to, but that takes a lot of space up, and it's not so easy to put. It's not so square. And I don't have the name of this one on here, and I got to go look for that. And I don't think she has. No, I'm going to stick with what I went with, the first thought of. And I'm going to ink it up, and I'm putting it on right away. If I wanted to add a little purple, to it, I could have inked it in purple, but I don't want to do that. This one's almost ready. There's not much left of it. And I didn't put any ink on it because I don't want it really dark. I just want to, and I'm just going to kind of do a little scruff to it so it doesn't, there we go. And I'm going to turn that into a little pocket. A tiny, tiny, weeny pocket. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter which way it goes. It's all the same. And I'm trying to be very careful that I don't put too much glue and lose some of the sides. So I'm doing this really slowly, and I might not be in focus. I'm sorry, but with my broken glasses, I have to move it closer so I can see it. I didn't do that very well. I wanted to show a little purple below. There we go. Wipe that off. There we go. How's everybody's weekend going? I forgot to ask everybody. Big Easter plans. We did ours last week because they were going away this weekend. So I just having a very quiet. I bought myself a couple of Easter treats. I have an addiction and they only come out. Thank God they're not carried all year round. But let me. Oh, I don't even know. I love, and I like peanuts too, and they only come out in the summer. I love these marshmallow rabbits by Dare Real. As you can see, the bag is empty. And, well, this was an old one. It took me a few days to eat it, but I have another bag of it. And once it's gone, there's no more candy. Because I'm got to losing weight. Because I have a goal to lose 60 pounds for Jamaica next February. If I lose more than that, perfect. But I'm not setting too high of a goal because right now I've set a goal of 20 pounds for July. And then probably September, October, another 20 pounds. Because, of course, the first pounds come off easy and then it gets more difficult, right? So these. So I bought myself a bag of them to enjoy on the weekend. This is an old bag. It just hasn't gotten out of my garbage yet. That's today's chore today, empty all the garbage cans. So there we go. Now I have a little pocket. And what I could do is, like, if I have some fussy cut butterflies, I could pop some butterflies in there that they could use if they're doing journals. I could put a couple of extra little labels in it, tickets. When I do, I'll show you another loaded pocket that I haven't finished up that's going to be going almost done to go in my store. So when I do a loaded pocket kind of to sell, I did this one. So it's a book page, and then I collaged the back and I folded over. And this one we just stapled. And then you put the flower up just to add to it. And in this loaded pocket, I've put this cute frame. You could add a butterfly onto it, and it's already, and you could use it as a journal. I put one of my big scrappy hearts in there. This is by doing it with strips, which I love. I put that in it, and here's the little tickets, and this is why I kind of brought it over to show as well. So you could stick, this might be too big, yeah, but it could sit there if you want it to. And this could have even been something I could have printed and used as a pocket too. But you could still stick it in there easily enough, and it would add to it. So I like to add, and then I made this tag. And I like to make large tickets for journaling spots. So again, this might, yep, see, it would fit nicely in there. So those are things I might go back and find some extras of different ones. And then I did this one because I like to add, because these can be turned in, if they're doing a journal, they could use this as a journal card, or they could use it as an additional pocket. I added in a piece of embossed paper, and I'm being very generous because I don't have an embosser right. Well, I think I have one. Someone gave me this machine. I never knew what it was for, and recently. So this is the scrap. So I do add a piece of little scrap because they could make it and use it in something. And I made this ticket tag as well to go in there. And I made another scrappy heart. And again, one of my little scrappy hearts could fit nicely in there. Right? So those little pockets are really cute to add. So, and that's one pocket I'm going to have in my, I want to make a journal card to go in there, and then this one will be ready. or I could make this to go in there if I wanted to. But I think I might end up putting that in there. Who knows? We'll see. But that's what I'm talking about, that I like to add in to those cute little places. And I like to make a variety so that if you buy all the pockets, then you could probably do a whole journal. And in each of the packages, I print on this. So I'm going to add some colors that you could use with other things. It's coming. It's coming. Hopefully tomorrow, that's what my plan is. Okay, I'm going to drink the last mouthful of my tea and get that out of the way. So we have this beautiful pocket now that I can load full of stuff. For instance, that card there, if I wanted to do it so matchy-matchy, but I don't. So we got that done. Let's see what else here we can do. Now, I have this. And for instance, what I thought of doing with this, here, I thought of cutting this one just out. I'll have to probably straighten it, clean it up the edges a bit with my trimmer after. And then I thought, oh, this, you could leave it this way if you wanted to and cover the back, and it could be a nice writing spot. It also, with this, this is in a journal. This is my fussy cut, but I'm just using the cover. This could be put here. You could decorate it a bit, and it could be used as a tuck spot. So because I made it in cardstock, this is good. And even with this, because not a lot of this is, I cut out, I wanted the circle. So sometimes I'll do that. I don't think this is a little circle. Where's my oval shape? Sorry. I want a bigger oval is my next goal to find. And I do that. A lot of times I use these for even in clusters, things like that. I just want to use that space up. I don't think, so I think I'll use this one. Or that way I just can cut that, trim that down. That's just what I was doing, is balancing the edge off. Just stick it on top and whew, every time I use those for different things, but I really just want it to be able to do that with it and get rid of that. I'll have to trim up the side a bit more if I turn it into, so I could turn these into tags and then collage on it, butterflies, flowers, or whatever. But I'm not feeling that right now. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So I remember I told you, I just wanted to show you a little repurposing. Did I bring fussy cut? I brought these ones. So a lot of times I'll take my stamps, and I don't do well with cutting, and I try to save as much space as possible to get as much stamping out of this as possible. So I don't throw my envelopes if I can resurface them, which I'm going to do with one in a second. And then the other ones, especially if they have a unique feel to them, a nice fibery feel, like this has a really nice texture to it. And I had one that was really cool, and I think I've used all the stamps I stamped on. I think I've either used them. So I like to use it for fussy cutting. And like my name is on this side, but what I'll do is I'll flip it over and I'll stamp on this side. The reason I cut this out first is so I know how much space I have on the other side, right? And the reason I did this is because, for instance, here, I still have a little space there. So I'm thinking I have a tiny flower, a tiny, tiny flower. I just grabbed whatever stamp pad I had close by. This purple I have to be, it's very juicy. And so sometimes it gives me a really good flower. And I have to be careful because I may not get a second one out of there, but we'll try. So I try to use as much real estate as possible. So then I can just fussy cut around this. And yes, I'm pretty good at fussy cutting. Jacob is liking right now, he's 7, he's in grade 1, and he really wants to use scissors, and he was cutting out all of his pictures. And he came down really disappointed because he cut a little bit of the arm. So I got him some tape out, and I said, here you go. He says, yeah, but Tia, I want to stamp like you, I want to cut like you do. And I said, oh, well, I've got some years on you, little one. So, you know, so see, again, I can still use this, right? And this one might, this stamp is like, I love this flowered stamp, and it's just a part of a package I got at the Dollar Tree. But our Dollar Tree hasn't had any more stamps. And look how beautiful that rose is. It's just beautiful. I sell some of my stamps all fussy cut out. They're in my store, Purple Heart Creations. And I like to find, I don't just do it on one type of paper. I do some on paper bags. I do whatever envelopes and neat textures I can find. I put them on the manila envelopes that I get. I don't throw any of those away, especially ones that are more, so there. This video, I'm probably at an hour already. I should have done this live because I actually could sit for hours on video doing things. I find the time goes so quickly. So there. So don't waste your envelopes. Don't throw them in. I keep all my manila envelopes, and I wished I had it handy. Oh, maybe I do. I actually do because I was doing things. Let me show you. This here is an envelope I got, and I can't tell you, oh, not that one, this one. The feel of this envelope, I've never got anything like it. I can't even see if you can see the difference in the texture, but it stamped on so beautifully. I think that's my last piece left of it. Sorry guys, I really don't know why I've got this tickle in my throat. As you can see, I love stamping and fussy cutting. These are ones that, this is all my sewing ones, and I group them. This is done on a master board. And I keep them in here, and I keep them kind of in themes. So, and I do my flowers, my butterflies. This is different types of things, and this is coffee. And so I didn't even have any manila left because I just had someone buy quite a few of them. So I filled up their package. I don't even know. Over here, I know I had some. Oh, here's the manila envelope. Just see how nice the manila envelope looks. So when you get your Happy Mail, I mean, if you don't like to stamp, then you don't stamp, right? And this is paper bag. So some of the stamps look really nice on the different papers. Sometimes when I go to the grocery store, I purposely don't bring my reusables so I'll pay 25 cents for the paper bag.